The 2005 remake of Shudder revisits the concept made famous by the original Thai horror classic. Shudder, while remakes often attempt to modernize or reinterpret their source material, this version takes an unusual approach because it barely borrows from the story, tone, or structure of the original film. In many ways, it feels like it could have been released as a completely standalone movie rather than a remake attached to such a well known title. I would also say that visually, this film is, cop- I'll say, it's filmed great, and also the cinematography is good and it's very polished, and several scenes are framed in a way that effectively builds an eerie atmosphere. But there are also a handful of moments that could be described as creepy, particularly in sequences that hint at supernatural elements. However, these moments are relatively sparse, and the film rarely capitalizes on the theme to capitalizes on them to generate standard tension or genuine scares. I would say one of the main issues is that this film drifts away from being a horror movie and instead leads heavily into dramatic territory. Much of the narrative focuses on themes surrounding sexual abuse and trauma, which gives the story a much darker and more serious tone than the original. While these elements can be powerful when handled carefully and correct. Here they tend to overshadow the horror elements that audiences might expect from a film carrying the Shutter name because people are aware of what the remake is about. Additionally, the movie includes numerous references to suicide throughout the story. These moments may be distressing or triggering for some viewers and people, especially because they appear frequently and are tied closely to the film's central emotional conflicts rather than heightening suspense and adding more scary scenes. These themes contribute more to the film's somber and dramatic atmosphere. Ultimately, while Shutter is technically well shot and occasionally there's a few creepy scenes, it struggles to deliver the scares or tension of expected from this horror remake. The shift towards drama combined with story that feels disconnected from the original Shutter movie makes this film feel unfocused despite a few creepy moments and competent direction. The movie ultimately fails to frighten, entertain, maintain lasting interest for viewers hoping for a chilling reimagining of the original movie. This remake is likely to feel underwhelming. So that's my review for the Shut Up remake. So my rating for this movie, I'll give it a 1.5 out of 5. Um, I really didn't like this movie, so it's up to you if you want to watch it or not. You're not missing out on much.